Question 1a. A sequence of numbers is defined by this. A n plus 1 equal to 2an minus 3. What it means that whatever is the previous term, the next term is 3 less than twice that previous term. An is the previous term and an1 is the next term, right? So n is greater than 1 and cannot be 0 or below negative. So if a1 is 5, find a2. So this previous one, a1 is 5. So let me write a1 here. So if we will double it and subtract 3 to get a2, right? a2 is the next, a1 is the previous. So since they have given a1 is 5, so we'll put here 5, we'll multiply it by 2, subtract 3, and that becomes our a2. So 2 times 5 is 10 minus 3 is 7. That's a2. Similarly, a3 will be twice of a2 because a2 is the previous term than a3 and we got it as 7 here. So 7 minus 3. So 2 times 7, 14 minus 3, 11. Similarly, next one is a4. So it will be 2 times the previous term, which is 11. Third term is 11 and minus 3. So it comes out to 22 minus 3, that is 19. Let's move on to the B part. A student has an amount of P cedis at the beginning of a semester. He spent 1/3 of the amount on books. So suppose this is P. 1/3 will be approximately here. Yeah? This is 1/3. This is spent on books. Okay, and 3/5 of the remainder. So what is the remainder here? Remainder is this one. Let me change the color. This is remainder. 3/5 of this remainder. Suppose this is 3/5 of this remainder. It is spent on snacks. So this is 3/5 of the remainder, not 3/5 of the whole. Okay. If Ghanaian cedi 400 was left, this area which is left is 400 cedis. At the end of the semester, find the value of P. What is P? So P is this whole thing. This whole thing is P, right? So let's do the first step where P was the initial amount and 1/3 of P was spent on books, right? So if we subtract this, let's take P common, so it becomes 1 minus 1/3, which is 2/3 of P. So 2/3 of P was the remaining amount after being spent on books. Now 3/5 of this, 3/5 of 2/3 of P, the remaining one, what is that? 3 and 3 cancel. 2/5 of P was spent on snacks. So the total amount, rather total fraction spent was 1/3 of P on books and now 2/5 of P on snacks, which will be, let's add them, 1/3 plus 2/5 and P we can take as common, which will be 5 plus 6, 11 or 15. This was spent. So the saving will be total amount initially was P and now 11 over 15 P is spent. So we will see how much is saved now. And if we take again P common, so it becomes 1 minus 11 over 15P. So it will be 4 over 15P. and that amounts to 400 CDs. Let's see again. It is 400 CD. The amount which was left saved was 400 CDs. So this 4 over 15 of P is equal to 400 CDs. So P will be, we will multiply by 15 to get rid of 15, divide by 4 to get rid of 4. So same we have to do to on the other side also. So it is 1500 CDs was the amount P. Question 2. Two cars A and B 180 kilometers apart started a journey at the same time towards each other. Let's try to visualize this. This is A and this is B. The distance between them is 180 kilometers. If the speed of A is x kilometers per hour, so it is going here x kilometers per hour, and B is 20 kilometers lesser, x minus 20 kilometers per hour towards this direction. Calculate the distance covered by each car just at where they met after 90 minutes. Since it is kilometer per hour and hour here, so 90 minutes should be changed to hours first, which is 1.5 hours, right? 1.5. This is what we will use now. We know that the distance equal to speed times time. So let's assume that they meet here at this point. Okay, so let's assume that this distance covered by A is say m kilometers, and this distance covered by B is n kilometers. I gave more distance to A because it is faster. This one is 20 kilometers slower, so I gave more distance to M. So we can say that M plus N is 180 kilometers, isn't it? We can see here total is 180 and we have divided into two parts, M and N. Now distance is speed times time. So M will be distance covered by A, is speed is x times time. Time is 1.5. Let's try to multiply, which will be 1.5x. Similarly, we can find n also in terms of x, which will be the speed, which is x minus 20, and time is again how much? 1.5 hours. So if we expand this bracket, it becomes 1.5x minus 20 times 1.5, which will be 30. This is the distance n covered by the car B. So now M plus N is 180, we know, so we can add this. This is M and this is N. Their sum is 180. So let's do that. 1.5x plus 1.5x minus 30. This is M, this is N, is equal to 180. So 1.5 plus 1.5, 3x minus 30 equal to 180. 3x will be equal to 180 plus 30 when 30 comes to the right side. 3x equal to 210, and x will be 210 divided by 3, which is 70 kilometers per hour. This is the speed of car A. So let's see what are they asking. Calculate the distance covered by each car. So they're not asking x, they're asking the distance. Basically they're asking what is m and what is n. So let's find m equal to 1.5 times x, which is 1.5, and x is now known to us 70, which will be 105 kilometers. N equal to 1.5x minus 30, which is, we already know 1.5x, we got 105, minus 30, which is 75 kilometers. Is 105 and 75 total 180? That's correct. And now we can write our final statements as car A traveled 105 kilometers, whereas car B traveled 75 kilometers. M and N was our creation, so do not leave your answer here. Give a proper statement after completing your question. 3a. The perimeter of an equilateral triangle of side 14 centimeter is same as perimeter of a triangle. So let's draw an equilateral triangle first. Okay, so each side is 14 and 14 centimeters. Now there is another triangle. Let's say this is MNP, and the perimeter of these two triangles are equal. So we know the perimeter of this one equilateral triangle will be 14 times 3. 3 times 14, which is 42 centimeters. However, the lengths of the sides of MNP are consecutive integers. So if this is A plus 1, and this is A plus 2. They are integers. So first one more and another one more. Calculate the longest side of triangle MNP. Basically, we have to find A plus 2 because this is the longest side. So we can do that. 42 is equal to A plus 1 plus A plus 2. 1 plus 2 is 3, and let's move it to the other side. 42 minus 3 equal to A plus A plus A. 3A. 39 is equal to 3A. So A is 39 divided by 3, 13 centimeters. Is A, the one which is here. We have to find A plus 2. So we'll write the longest side of triangle MNP is equal to A plus 2, which is 13 plus 2, 15 centimeters. Let's move on to the B part of the same question. Okay. In the diagram, angle RPQ is 32 degree. They have given here. Angle SNO 90 degree. They have shown here. And NS is parallel to PR. NS is parallel to PR. Okay. Find angle NOP. So NOP is this. This is the angle we have to find out. Okay. So let's do what? Let's use this parallel property with another parallel property. Let's draw one more line which is parallel to this line OQ, and let's name this as X. So NX, so you can write the construction. Draw a line parallel to OQ, and that is NX is parallel to OQ, right? Since they are parallel, this angle is going to be equal to 32 degree, isn't it? Because there are two parallel lines and these two are parallel lines, so this will also be 32 degrees. So we will write angle S and X is equal to 32 degree, and it is corresponding angle to angle RPQ. Okay, now since this is 32 and total is 90, So angle X and O will be 90 minus 32 degrees. Yeah, because angle S and O is equal to 90 degree given. Alright, so 90 minus 32, that will be 58 degrees. So this angle is 58 degrees. Now this angle 58 degrees and the required angle, though that one they are asking us to find out angle NOP, they are internal supplementary angles. Okay, so angle X and O plus angle NOP equal to 180 degrees because they are interior angles or supplementary angles, whatever you call them. Alright, so angle SNO is known to us. It is how much? 58. So it will be, let's write this value, 58 degrees plus angle NOP equal to 180 degrees. Angle NOP will be 180 minus 58 degrees, which will be 122 degrees. That's the answer. Question 4a. A boy sitting on a tree at a point 12 meters above the ground observed the angle of elevation of the top of a tower 60 meters away was 28 degrees. So suppose this is the tree. The boy is sitting here. Okay, this is the tower. And the angle of elevation from the boy to the top of the tower is 28 degrees. That's the angle of elevation, right? The line joining the 2 points, the angle they make with the horizontal is called angle of elevation at the lower point. Okay, it is 60 meters away. That does not mean this is 60 meters away. Okay, the distance between the tree and the tower is 60 meters away. Find the correct to one decimal place the height of the tower. What is the height of the tower? Let's say this is h. Okay, so he is sitting 12 meters above ground, so this is already 12. So that means this and this is already 12, and this is h minus 12. Since 12 are gone out of h, what we want to find out? The remaining one is h minus 12. So let's simplify this somewhere else. Okay, we have this as 60 meters. This is h minus 12. This is 28 degrees, and we have to find h. So since this angle is confirmed to be 90 degrees, we can use trigonometry in this. And this side is opposite side of the angle. This side is adjacent to the angle, and this third one is hypotenuse. It is of no use right now, so we can use the one that involves adjacent and opposite, and that is tan. So we can write tan 28 degrees is opposite over adjacent, which is h minus 12 over 60. So let's cross multiply. 60 will multiply with tan 28, so it becomes 60 tan 28 degrees equal to h minus 12. H minus 12 is without denominator because 60 went and multiplied with the other side. And now we can bring this 12 to the left side and add to 60 tan 28, and we got our answer straight away. Let me put this in the calculator and I'll get my answer. By the time I do that, you can do a very simple job. Just hit that subscribe button and subscribe to this channel, and I will make more videos like this for you. I got h equal to 43.5 9, and they are asking us to give answer in how many decimal places? Correct to one decimal place, and this is the answer, meters. B part of the same question says that the scale on a map is 1 to 5,000 if the distance between 2 points on map is 12 centimeters. So if there are 2 points, the distance between them is 12 centimeter. Find in meters the actual distance between the points. So 1 to 5,000 means if the distance between 2 points is 1 centimeter, the actual distance between them on ground will be 5,000 centimeters. Look at the ratio, there is no unit given, right? It's because whatever unit we write on one, same unit can be written on the other. So if 1 centimeter is equal to 5,000 centimeter, how about 12 centimeters? So if I multiply this by 12, I will multiply this also by 12, and that will be the answer. So 12 centimeters will be equivalent to 60,000 centimeters. But this is the logical way of doing it. In exams, you can't do the way I did it. Okay. So how do you show in exams? Yeah, the ratio, it is 1 over 1 ratio 5,000. We can write this as 1 over 5,000. This is the ratio. And write the equivalent ratio of 1 to the on the right side, and 1 is the distance on map. So distance on map is 12 centimeters. So write 12 centimeter here and call it x. And now we can cross multiply. X multiplied by 1 is x, equal to 12 times 5,000, which is exactly same 60,000 centimeters. Don't change the unit till the last step. Okay. And now we'll convert this into meters, because they're saying give your answer in meters. So we know that 100 centimeters equal to 1 meter. So 60,000 over 100 will be our answer. So equal to 600 meters. Additionally, you can write the actual distance. A bag contains 24 8 identical balls, and 8 of which are red. Okay, so let's write 8 are red, 6 are blue, and rest are green. So total they are 24, 8 plus 6 is 14, so green are 10. If a ball is drawn, a ball is drawn from the bag, find the probability that it is green. So probability of green will be there are 10 green balls out of total 24. That will be the answer. What about B part? Red or green. So probability of red or green is same as probability of red plus probability of green, because there is an or in between. In this, the probability of red is 8 out of 24. Green is 10 out of 24. I'm not using the simplified form, so it will be 18 out of 24. So this is 6 times 3, 18, 6 times 4, 3/4. Okay, C, not green. So probability of G prime means, which will be 1 minus probability of green. So 1 minus, we got earlier 5 over 12, which will be 7 out of 12. That easy. What else is easy? Please subscribe to this channel. This is the first video on this channel by me. I hope you like it. I'm making it a very long video for you guys. Okay, number 6. The operation star is defined on the sets R of real numbers. Okay, by m star n is half of m minus n. M is this, n is this, p is 4. Evaluate this. So since these two are in bracket,
So first we have to do n plus p, and plus they have not given any new definition of plus. That means it is simple addition. So the first part becomes m star, okay, n plus p. N is 4, p is 6, 10. Now let's put back m. M is how much? 2. So it becomes 2 star 10. Okay. So what will be the solution of this according to this formula? M is 2 and n is not 4, it is 10. So we will use the second number here, 10, and it will be how much? Half times negative 8, which is minus 4. Okay, let's go to the second part. M star negative n. So m is 2 star negative 4. Yeah. So it will be, I'm doing this bracket first. I'll do that bracket next. So 2 minus minus 4. So 2 minus minus 4 is 6. Half of 6 is 3. What about the second scenario, which is m star p, which is 2 star and 6, will be half 2 minus 6, which is minus 4 divided by 2, negative 2. So overall answer for this will be 3, which is here, plus minus 2, which is here. Answer is 1. Okay. B part. The roots of this quadratic equation are 1 and 3, where m and n are constants. Find their values. Okay. Whenever some number is the root of an equation, if I substitute that number, that root into the equation, it should give me a 0 remainder. So I will just put this one into here. So let's say when root is 1. So 2 1 square plus m plus 1 times 1 plus n equal to 0. So 2 1 square is just 2. 1 times m plus 1 will be m plus 1 and plus n equal to 0. This gives us m plus n plus 3. 2 plus 1 is 3 equal to 0. Or we can write this as m plus n equal to negative 3. So when root is how much? 3. So do the same thing. 2 3 square plus m plus 1 3 plus n equal to, should be equal to 0. So 3 square, bed mass rule, we'll square first. 9 times 2 is 18, and we can multiply this time. 3 times m will be 3m. 3 times 1 is 3 plus n equal to 0. Okay, so it will be 18 plus 3, 21. So 3m plus n plus 21 equal to 0, or 3m plus n equal to negative 21. Let's do one thing. Let's rearrange this and write n equal to negative 3 negative m, so that I can substitute this n here. So let's do it here. 3m plus n is minus 3 minus m now. Minus 3 minus m equal to negative 21. So 3m minus 3 minus m equal to negative 21. 3m minus m, 2m, equal to negative 21, and this negative 3, I'll bring it to the other side, which becomes positive. 2m equal to negative 18. So m becomes, divide both sides by 2, negative 9. We got m equal to negative 9. We can easily find n now. So n is equal to negative 3 negative m. M is negative 9. So it will be negative 3 plus 9, which is 6. So this is n, and we had m equal to -9. Moving on to the next question. 7. In an athletic competition, 812 tickets were sold for this much. Okay. If students paid $2 per ticket and non-students paid $3, how many more students that non-students were there? So let's assume students equal to S and non-students equal to N. Okay, so every S paid $2. So the amount paid by students will be S multiplied by 2, 2S, right? Whatever is their number, double it because it is multiplied by 2. Similarly, amount paid by non-students will be 3 times N, right? Every N paid $3, so 3N. So total amount will be 2S plus 3N, and they have already confirmed that 1912 was collected from them. Okay, they also said that 812 tickets were sold. That means the total number of students plus non-students is 812, and we can use the same method we used in question number 6. Let's isolate n in this case. 812 minus s, and substitute in this equation. Let's call it equation number 1, and we'll substitute in equation number 1. So 2 times s plus 3 times n, which is 812 minus s, is 1912. Yeah. Okay. So 2s plus it will be 2436 minus 3s equal to 1912. So 2s minus 3s will be minus s equal to 1912 minus 2436 minus s will be equal to negative minus 524. Yeah, so negative and negative cancel. That means number of students were 512. That means non-students will be total were how many? 812 minus 524, which will come out to be 288. Non-students were 288. They said how many more students than non-students were present. So now we'll further multiply, subtract. They were students, non-students 288. So how many students were there than non-students? We'll just subtract this. So it will be 3, 4, 236. So we can write here there were 236 students. Rather, let's write more students than non-students. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Question number 8. From top of the tower, 80-meter high. Okay, let me draw a tower which is 80-meter high. Okay, the angle of depression of the top of the building, top and bottom of a building. So I need a building also. Okay, this is the building. They are on obviously same ground level. Okay, now the angle of depression from the top of the tower to the top of the building and bottom of the building are how much? 28 and 36. Okay, so which one is smaller? This one is smaller. So top will be 28 and bottom is 36. Doesn't look like, but for the easiness I've drawn that. Okay, If the base of the building is on the same horizontal level, obviously, as the floor of the tower, calculate correct to the four significant figures the height of the building. We have to find this height. Okay, this is 80 meters, this is h. Okay, we got everything here. So this height here is 80 minus h, right? Because this height will be subtracted, so this height, remaining height, is 80 minus h. Now let's create something. This distance between the tower and the building is not known to us. Let's call it d distance. Obviously this also be d distance between the building and the tower. So let's use this triangle first to get d in terms of h, so that we can substitute in this bigger triangle. So let's do this. In this triangle, 80 minus h is the opposite angle to 28, divided by adjacent, which is d now, will be tan 28 degrees. Yeah. So I want to find d because I don't want d. D is my creation. So I'll cross multiply by, let's do d here and d here, divide this side by tan 28 and divide here also tan 28. So d and d cancel here, tan 28 and tan 28 cancel here. So what are we left here? 80 minus h over tan 28 is d. This d we will use in this triangle now, this big triangle where the angle is 36. Okay, and we'll use tan again. This time the side which is opposite to 36 is full 80 height of the tower. So it will be 80 divided by adjacent, which is d again, equal to tan 36. By same method we did earlier, I'll multiply this by d. Here divide by d, and we get how much here? Tan 36 we divide, and tan 36 we divide here as well. So d and d cancel out, tan 36 and tan 36 cancel out. In this case we get d equal to 80 over tan 36. Alright, so this is d, this is d. That means this left side of this will be equal to the left side of this because both are equal to d, and that's what we're going to do now. So 80 over tan 36 is equal to 80 minus h over tan 28. That was the left side of the first one. Yes. And now we can find this thing. Find the height of the building. H is here. Only unknown things. We'll just manipulate this now. Tan 28 I multiply here with the whole thing. And I also multiply here by tan 28. I'm not evaluating tan 28 and 36 as of now because I want an accurate answer. So we get 80 times tan 28 over tan 36 equal to 80 minus h. Only this thing is left here. Now this h I'll put to the left side so that it becomes positive. I want a positive height, and I'll bring this to the right by subtracting, not cross multiply. We can't do cross multiply anymore. So and 80 will stay here. So h comes to the left, becomes positive. 80 was already here, minus 80 tan 28 over tan 36. This will give us the height. Let me use my calculator. By the time I do this, I will request you to subscribe to this new channel of mine. This is the first video I'm preparing for this channel. Please subscribe to the channel and motivate me to make more videos for you. And the answer I get is 21.45 meters. However, they're saying correct to four significant figures. So these are the four significant figures. Next digit is 3. So we can write this one. Okay, like this. One of the diagonals on perimeter of a rhombus. Okay, let me draw it here first and I'll do it later. This is a rhombus. One of the diagonals and perimeter of rhombus are 32 and 80. Which one is 32? We don't know. Let's assume this is 32 for the time being. And perimeter is 80. That means this is 20, 20, 20 and 20. Why? Because rhombus has equal sides and 80 divided by 4 is 20. That's why it is like this. And find the area of the rhombus. That's what they're saying. Okay, so it seems okay. Let me draw it properly now. Okay, so this is the rhombus. Doesn't matter which one is 32. I'm assuming this is 32. We'll get the answer same way. So this is 20, this is 20, this is 20, and this is 20. So that means if I find the area of one triangle, I'll get the second area very easily. So let me use this space to find the area of this one. So if I draw another line, for the sake of simplicity, let me change the color. If I draw a middle line here, which is exactly in middle, I find the area of this one and multiply by 4. It's the same case, right? This and this. There are 4 parts which are exactly like this triangle. And that's the new plan. This is what I'll do. So this is 16 now, because I assume this is whole thing is 32. So half will be 16. This will be 20. And suppose this is the height. So area of a triangle is half base times height. So base is 16, height we need to find. We can find height with the help of uh, Pythagorean theorem. So let's use Pythagorean theorem here. H square plus 16 square will be hypotenuse square. So h square equal to 20 square minus 16 square. This is h square equal to 20 square is 400 minus 256, and that is 144. So if I square root this both sides, h comes out to be 12 centimeter or meter, whatever that is. Let's see, centimeter. So the area of one triangle becomes half base we already knew was 16, height we have just found 12, and 2 and 12 cancel. 16 times 6 is 96 centimeter square. That is the area of one triangle. So area of the whole rhombus will be 4 triangles like this times 96, and that will be 384 centimeter square. That's the answer. Question number 9. Part A. The area of an equilateral triangle is 2 square root 3 meters square. So let me draw an equilateral triangle for that. Okay, this is the one. Its area is 2 square root 3. Okay, find the length of a side. So let's say the side is x, x, and x. So the area of a triangle is half base times height. Base is x for us, so half times x, but height is to be found out. H, let's call it h. And focus on this triangle only to find h. We know that one angle of an equilateral triangle is 60 degrees always, right? So we can find h in terms of x, and that is the purpose. Let's write it here. So sine 60 degrees with the help of trigonometry, opposite is h over hypotenuse is x. So it comes out to be h, x goes and we can multiply here, x sine 60 degrees. We can multiply here by x, multiply here by x and x cancel. That's how I got this one. So we got the height also. So we'll use it here. X sine 60, that is the height, and it was 2 square root 3. So let's try to simplify this. Equal to 1 over 2 x square, x times x, and sine 60 value is square root 3 over 2. And 2 times 2 is 4, so let's multiply this by 4 and divide by square root 3 so that I get rid of these 2. So I have to do the same thing here also. 4 over square root 3. Alright, this 4 cancels with these 2. This square root 3 cancels with square root 3. So I'm left with x square here. And here square root 3 and square root 3 cancel, just 8. And square root both sides to get x. So x is square root 8. That is the length of each side, and that was they were asking. Length of a side, square root 8. If you want to write in decimals, that's okay, but square root 8 is good. B part. Mr. Kubi has a backyard garden in the form of a rectangle. So let me use this space for that. This is the rectangle. Okay. The breadth of the garden is 212 base 3. Okay. And the length is twice the breadth. So length is this. It will be 2 times 212 base 3. Okay, calculate the area. Okay, this area, leaving the answer in base 5. Okay, so let's do it here. So first, let's convert the breadth into normal decimals. So for that, we will start with the unit digit here, which will be 2 times 3 to the power 0. We always start with 0 on the same base. Then we go to the next digit 1 times 3 to the power 1 plus 2 times 3 to the power 2. So this is 3 to the power 0 is 1, 2 times 1 is 2. 1 times 3 is 3 plus 3 square is 9 times 2 is 18. So that comes out to be 23 in base 10 decimal. Okay, that means our breadth is 23 and width will be 46, double of that, 46. So what will be the area now? Area will be breadth times length, which is 1058. Okay, now they are asking us to express this in uh, base 5. Okay, so base 5 will just convert 1058 into base 5. So let's do it here. 1058 and divided by 5 to get base 5. We'll write remainders here. Okay, so 5 times 2 is 10, times 1 is 5, times 1 is 5, so it will be remainder 3. Next again, we divide by 5. 5 times 4 is 20, times 2 is 10, remainder is 1. 5 times 8 is 40, remainder is 2. Then 5 times 1 is 5, remainder is 3. And finally 5 times 0 is 0, remainder is 1. So our answer is, we start from the bottom, okay, go up. 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, base 5. This is our answer. Moving on, question number 10. The four angles, interior angles of a heptagon are these four, okay. The remaining angles are in a ratio of this. Calculate the smallest angle of the heptagon. So this will be the A part. Let's see how much are they total equal to. So 106 plus 110 will be 216, plus 127 will be 343, plus 120 will be 463. This is the sum of four known angles. Okay, total sum of all angles of heptagon is 2 times, let's say here rather n minus, the formula is n minus, so 7 minus 2. Heptagon has 7 sides. 7 minus 2 times 180. This is how we find the total of the interior angles of a heptagon, which is 7 minus 2 is 5 times 180 will be 900. So the remaining 3 angles, rather sum of them, sum of the remaining 3 angles will be, total is 900. These 4 are already 463. So will be 437 degrees. Now this 437 is to be distributed in the ratio of 2, 3.5 and 5. So we have 2 ratio, 3.5 ratio, 5. I am adding them because this will give us number of units we have total. So it will be how much? A7, 10.5. 10.5 units are there made up by these 3. Let's see what is the value of 1 unit. Rather, we can find it straightforwardly. Let's find it straightforwardly, okay? The first angle, first unknown angle will be 2 units out of 10.5 and multiplied by their sum, which is 437. Similarly, second unknown angle equal to 3.5 over 10.5 times 437. And similarly, the third one equal to how much? 5 over 10.5 times 437. But obviously this angle 2, this one, the first one, because it has just 2 units, will be the smallest. Okay, we will just compare this with the known force. If it is less than them, that means this is the smallest one. So if I use my calculator, I will get this one. Let me try this one. And by the time I do this, I would request you to subscribe to my channel and like this video, share with your friends. And this is the first video on this channel. I hope this whole video will help you to understand the concepts very well. So once I use my calculator, I got 83.238. Obviously it is less than the known 4 angles. That means it is smaller than those 4 as well as the remaining 2. There is no need to find those 2 because they are having bigger units, and they're saying calculate the smallest angle of the heptagon. They have not stated how many, so we can round it off to 1 decimal place, which is 83.2 degrees. That's the answer. Let's see what is number 11. Question number 11 is about circle. Okay, the diagram PQRS is a circle. Yes, we can see that. QRP is 41 degrees. We have seen this. Okay, and PTQ is 35 degrees, also there. Okay, PT is a tangent. PT, okay, is a tangent, and QR is parallel to PS. QR is parallel to PS. They have indicated here also. All right. So we have been given angles, and so we have to find PAQ first. PAQ. PAQ. This angle is to be found out. Now, what we already know is that 41 is formed by this particular arc PQ or chord PQ. If you want to join them, let's join PQ. Same chord is making up these 2 angles. That means this angle will also be 41 degrees. Correct? Now, this line and this line are parallel. They are not looking like parallel, but they have stated they are parallel. They have shown it. That means this angle will also be 41 degrees. by alternate angles. This angle will be equal to this angle. That means this particular triangle is isosceles triangle. This side AP is equal to side AS. That does not mean A is the center and they are the radii. No, because these two sides may be different from these two sides. That's why A is not the center. We can't assume it is the center. All right, but that is not of what we want to know. What we want to know is this angle. So since we know this is 41, this is 41, and this angle they want PAQ is the exterior angle of this triangle, it will be the sum of 41 and 41, which is 82. So I just explained it. I will write it how to answer this in exams. So I'll do the same thing now. So let's start here. You will write this is R. Angle PQRA is equal to angle ASP. You can write, reason is angles from same chord. Okay. Now we will write this angle QRP against angle QR. Let's write A is equal to angle APS. APS, which is 41 degrees. Okay, this is 41 degrees. This is also 41 degrees, and alternate angles of two parallel lines. Okay, so angle QAP, the one they are asking, rather PAQ they are asking, so we'll write PAQ. PAQ will be the sum of this angle, which is ASP, plus this, which is derived APS. Okay, so this is 41 degrees, and what is the reason? We have to write the reason also why this is the sum of these two angles. The reason is that this is the exterior angle of triangle ASP. So exterior angle is always the sum of the opposite interior angles. So angle PAQ will be equal to 41 degrees plus 41 degrees equal to 82 degrees. Okay, this is first part. Let's go to the second part. Second part says PQT. PQT, this angle we have to find out. Okay, so if somehow we find this angle, we already know 35 degrees, we can find the third angle. And if you focus on this triangle, this and this triangle, this angle will be 41 degrees because of the alternate segment rule. The angle formed by a triangle and the side of a triangle and the tangent on a circle is always equal to the angle formed by the other two sides of that triangle. That's alternate segment rule. Okay, so we can write here angle QPT is equal to 41 degrees, and here it will be alternate segment rule. And now we can write that the angle QTP plus angle TPQ plus angle PQT equal to 180 degrees, and they are angles of a triangle. That's the reason. Their sum will be 180 degrees. And now we know that QTP is 35 degrees and TPQ we just found out 41 degrees plus the one they are asking PQT equal to 180 degrees. So angle PQT will be 180 minus 35 plus 41 degrees, which is 180 minus 76, and 104 is that angle. Part B. They have given heights of something, number of players, and instructions are not there. Let me copy that and resume the video. Here it is. The table shows the height of players of a basketball team. Okay. Calculate correct to one decimal place in centimeters the mean height of the players. Okay. So we have heights, we have frequency. Number of players means frequency, right? So that means 4 players have a height of 160 centimeters. That means we can add the 4 players like this. And I can continue this for all, but it will take a lot of time. So the best way is that we multiply the heights with the number of players. So this whole thing can be written as 160 times 4. So we multiply each height by the number of players having that height, and we get the sum of all the players' heights. So 161 times 6 plus 162 times 3. Let's put them in brackets to make it understandable. I'm adding all the heights basically. Plus 163 times 7 plus 164 times 8 plus 165 times 9 and divided by how many players we have. So we have 4 players here, 6 players here, so all the players, number of players will be added. That's how we find the mean. Plus 7 plus 8 plus 9. This is also written as sigma f frequency times x divided by sigma f if it is known to you. Otherwise, this is the simplest way of explaining this. All right, 160 times 4, 640 plus 96, 966, 486 plus 1141 plus 1312, and finally we have 1485 and divided by 10, 13, 28, 37. And if we divide, first we have to add these, right? So it will be how much? 6030 over 37. And if we divide, we get 162.972. They said they want correct to one decimal place. So that means we have to get up to here. Because of this 7, this will become 10. So we round it off to 163.0 centimeter. This is the mean height.
Question 12. A part. A bag contains 4 blue, 5 green and 6 red identical balls. So 4 blue, 5 green and 6 red. Identical means you can't differentiate between them. Alright. The ball is selected at random from the bag and then replaced. Okay, this is good news that it is replaced. If it was not replaced, then it would be difficult. But when it is replaced, it's good. Before a second ball is selected, find the probability that the two balls selected are both greens. So, first part says probability of green and green. Since we are replacing the ball back, that means the probability of the second withdrawal is not dependent on the first withdrawal. So they are independent events. Since they are independent event, we can write this as probability of green multiplied by probability of green. And that's how it is, both greens. So what is the probability of green? So there are 5 green out of 4 plus 5, 9 plus 6, 15. 5 greens out of 15, and that's the probability of a green ball. Since the ball has been replaced back, again the same probability, and we can cancel them. So the answer is 1 over 9. Let's do second part here. So one is blue and one is red. If you notice, they have highlighted 1 and 1. It means they are not specifying that the first one is blue or first one is red. One is blue and one is red. That means they can change their place also. It can be or first one is red and second one is blue. That's also possible. So we'll have two cases, blue red or red blue. So what is the probability of blue? The blue are 4. 4 out of 15. And the reds are 6. 6 out of 15. And because of or this will happen, they are mutually exclusive. We will add these two cases. It will be 6 or 15 multiplied by 4 out of 15. Exactly, they are exactly same. So we can write them 2 times 4 over 15 times 6 over 15 because they are exactly same multiplications. So I added them. So in case of adding, I just multiplied by 2. Yeah. So now we can cancel this by 3, 5. So it becomes 4 times 2, 8 times 2, 16 out of 75. That's the answer of second part. Third part, of the same color. Both the balls which are withdrawn are of same color. That means both are either green and green or blue and blue or red and red. So even if they change their sequence, just like I multiplied here by 2, there is no need to do that because they're identical balls of same color, so it doesn't matter. Similarly, I did not multiply here by 2, but in this second part they were of different color. That's why I multiplied by 2. They had highlighted 1 and 1. That's why I did that. If it was first is blue and second is red, then we wouldn't multiply by 2. So let's go back to our third part. So it will be, it was how many? 5. 5 out of 15 multiplied by 5, 15 plus 4 over 15 multiplied by 4 over 15 plus 6 over 15 multiplied by 6 over 15. Alright, so this becomes 25 over 2 to 5 plus 16 over 2 to 5 plus 36 over 2 to 5. Same denominator they have, so it remains same. 25 plus 16 is 41 plus 36 is 77 out of 225. That's the probability. Let's move on to the B part. Given that sine 5x minus 38 is equal to cos 2x plus 16, and we have to find the value of x where x is between 0 and 90 degrees, and that's it. So if the angles were same, it would be very easy. We would just divide one by the other and make it tan. But the problem is the angles are not same. So what do? We use this fact. If you use your calculator, just I'm writing this here, use your calculator to find out. Sine 40 degrees is equal to cos 50 degrees. Just confirm. Put sine 40 in your calculator, put sine cos 50 in your calculator. Both of them will give you exactly same answer. Similarly, sine say 22 degrees is same as cos 70, not 70, 68 degrees, or sine 85 degrees equal to cos 5 degrees. Just put these one by one and you will see that their values are exactly same. And how do I know that? Because 40 plus 50 is 90, 22 plus 68 is 90, 85 plus 5 is 90. So we can say that sine x is always equal to cos 90 minus x, right? And that's the fact we will use here. Our original question is sine 5x minus 38 degrees equal to cos 2x plus 16 degrees, right? So let's convert this to cos. So if I convert this to cos, it will be cos 90 minus this angle, whatever angle is there. Just like here it was 85 subtracted from 90, we got 5. 22 subtracted from 90, we got 68. And similarly, 40 subtracted from 90 got 50. So x subtracted from 90 got 90 minus x. And similarly, we will write here 5x minus 38 equal to cos 2x plus 16. No change on the right side. Only the left side changed. I wanted to both have cos. So cos 90 plus 38. Okay, this minus and this 38 will make it 128 minus 5x equal to cos 2x plus 16. And now, because both of them are cos now, we can equate angles. So 128 minus 5x equal to 2x plus 16. Take 2x to the left side, it becomes minus 5x minus 2x. And take 128 to the right side, 128 plus 16. Okay, so it becomes minus 7x equal to, it is minus 112. Okay, so x equal to minus 112 over minus 7, and this cancels out and we get 16 degrees, and which is between 0 and 90. Exactly, yes. So that's the correct answer. Question 13. Here they have given this figure and its measurements are listed here, and they're asking us to find x. We can see that this is a right angle triangle. Can you see? A triangle ONM, OMN, let's write OMN is a right angle triangle. So since this is right angle triangle, we can use Pythagorean theorem in it. So it will be opposite, or whatever side you call it, square plus b square equal to c square. This is the longest line. The line which is opposite to 90 degree is always the hypotenuse, and that's why I know that is the longest line. So this square plus this square will give us this square. Let's make the equation out of it. So 3x minus 1 square plus 15 square equal to 3x plus 4 square, and we can find x now by expanding it this first. If I expand this, it will be square of 3x minus, rather plus, square of 1 and minus 2 times 3x minus 1. How do I know this? This is the identity I'm using. A minus b whole square is always a square plus b square minus 2ab. And this is what I used here. Now 15 square is the next thing, which is 225. Will be equal to, we'll use the same identity but with a plus. So if this becomes a plus b whole square, will be a square plus b square plus 2ab. So 3x square plus 4 square plus 2 times 3x times 4. Okay, and now let's expand this using more space. So 3x square is 9x square. So square of 1 will be 1, and this minus 2 times this, I think, oh sorry, we shouldn't write this. It is 2ab. Okay, there is no negative with b, so it will remain negative. So minus 6x, 2 times 3 is 6, and x, it is just 1. 1 doesn't make any difference. Plus 225 equal to, this square is 9x square again. This will be 16, and this is, everything is positive. 2 times 3 is 6 times 4 is 24x. Alright, so 9x square on this side, 9x square on this side, cancel out. So what are remaining? This, let's collect 6x's on one side. So 6x minus 24x. This positive 24x, when it comes to the left side, becomes negative, equal to, let's bring this one and 225 to the other side. They become 226 together. Minus 226 and plus 16. So they become minus 30x equal to minus 210. So x equal to minus 210 over 30 or negative 30. Both becomes cancel out, and answer is 7. So x is 7. That means, let's write the correct length now. This is 3 times 7, 21 minus 1, 20. So this length is 20. 3 times 7, 21 plus 4, 25. This is 25. Great. Now we need to find the B part. B part says find the area of MNPO. So MNPO is this shape, MNPO. We know that it is made up of two right angle triangles. So if I find the area of this triangle first and then this triangle on top, add them, we'll get the area. So let's find the area of the triangle where we know all three sides, 15, 25 and 20. The area of a triangle is half. Let's say area of triangle OMN is half base. Base will be the one which is having 90 degree on it. So this is the base, 20. And the height will be the one on the base, which is 90 degree on base. 15 is the 1, 2 and 20 cancel. 10 times 15, 150 centimeter square is the area of the lower triangle. Let's talk about the upper triangle. The problem with upper triangle is that we know only one side. We don't know hypotenuse, we don't know the height. So let's call this as height and try to find out. And we can find this h by finding this angle. And this angle can be found out by finding this angle first, because we know the sum of both the angles is 90 degree given. So let's find angle O and M with the help of this triangle first. So let me redraw that triangle down there. Okay. This is like this. Then we have a 90 degree. And this is 20 and this is 15, and that is enough. We don't want the third one. I want to find this angle, right? So I can use tan. Let's call it theta. So tan theta equal to opposite, which is 20, divided by adjacent, which is 15. So this gives us theta equal to tan inverse 20 over 15. Let's find that angle. By the time I calculate this, please subscribe to this channel so that I can make more videos for you in future. Okay, so I got angle as 53.13. This is theta. Okay, so if this is 53.13, the angle, this one, will be 90 minus 53.13, and that will be 36.87 degrees. This angle is 36.87. Now we can find h by again using tan. So this time let's call this as okay, now we know the angle, so no need to write any alphabet. Tan of 36.87 degrees is equal to opposite, which is h in this case, over adjacent, which is 25 centimeter in this case. So h is 25 multiplied by tan 36.87 by cross multiplication. Let me do that. So I got this as 18.75. This height is 18.75, and now we can find the area of this triangle as well. Okay. So the area of the triangle PON is equal to half, base was 25, height is 18.75, and we get 234.38 centimeters square. And now area of the shape M, what was MOPN? MNPO, that's what we're writing, equal to 234.38 plus, earlier we got 150, will be 384.38 centimeter square. And is there any requirement? They have not seen how many decimal places we want, so let's write it in complete number, which will be 384 centimeter square approximately.